Sundays with Sin is sponsored by Midnight Energy. Midnight Energy is made with all natural products and is clear of all dyes, including red dye 40. The caffeine is sourced from coffee beans, and they have coconut water in the powder to help with hydration. You can order at midnightenерgyco.com and use code SINX at checkout for 10% off your order. That's SIN, SINNX. Oh my god, I almost had a perfect intro.
My little dance.
They can hear you now.
Oh.
Welcome in everybody to episode 32 of Sundays with Sin. It is still absolutely insane to me that it's been 32 weeks that I've been doing this. It's actually kind of crazy. As you all know, I did just get back from a vacation. Took my kiddos out to go see my brother once again. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your donations, your subs, your support, the shares, the likes, spreading our story, and just helping me get my kiddos out there to go see my brother as we kind of get to say in our bittersweet goodbyes. Today I have with me a lovely guest star here that I actually had the pleasure of meeting IRL this past week. You guys, a lot of you already know who this is, but this is the dear Mr. Fluff, aka Flufftifer on lovely X, formerly known as Twitter. Fluff, why don't you go ahead and tell us a bit about yourself?
Hello, I'm Fluff. I'm fat. It's kind of my brand.
Okay.
I stream on Kick. I wasn't prepared for this at all.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. You're being interviewed by somebody. You're not prepared to answer questions. Just out of curiosity.
I don't like long walks on beaches.
I don't either. They're overrated.
Just walking in general.
Okay.
If I see exercise on a TV show, I get out of breath.
Okay, Fluff.
Nah, bro. Yo, what up? I'm Fluff. I stream old video games, but I'm moving into the IRL streaming scene.
Yeah.
And I collect pink beanies.
I actually got a pink beanie. It's in the wash. I'm lying. I didn't unpack yet. It's with the rest of my dirty clothes. I got home late last night and I haven't done anything productive with my day at all whatsoever, except run late for my podcast as per usual. So, it's funny you mentioned though about the old video games. When we say old video games, he's not actually exaggerating in the least bit here, because the game that I found Fluff on my very first stream of his that I was at, which that was a funny story. We can get into that. Was RuneScape. Of all fucking games to play, it was RuneScape. Yep. I had heard about it. I thought it was like I didn't think it was actually a real game. I thought it was just like a made up game for like stories of like old people or like back in the day kind of thing. I didn't know RuneScape was actually a game. And you guys have a big community of it though. You're not the only one out there that plays it.
I've given that game 19 years of my life.
19 years you're never going to get back. How does that make you feel?
Yep. Horrible. It's one of those situations where you invested too much into it, so you got to keep playing it.
Yeah, you can't go ahead and you can't get out of it. Yeah, I understand. That's how I think a lot of people feel about like Call of Duty.
I hate Call of Duty.
I know. Can you elaborate with us? Why are you so against Call of Duty?
It's the same. Okay, so every new Call of Duty that comes out is literally just a reskinned version of the previous game. And it's just not fun to watch. It's kind of fun to play if you have friends to play with, but it's definitely not fun to watch.
You only it's fun to watch?
No, not at all.
Is it because you are more of like, you like I feel like you like more of the comedic aspect of like streams. I feel like you tend to look more towards like, oh my god, am I broken? You tend to, I find that you're drawn to like comedic streams or like in-depth conversation streams. Yeah. I don't really find you paying attention much to gaming streams at all whatsoever, unless you're playing RuneScape or it's one of your games that
Well, I
you're
mean,
playing.
just in general, if I'm watching a stream nowadays, I'm there for the person and not the content. Unless
Yeah.
I'm in the mood for content, then I will go watch a big streamer
Yeah.
doing stupid stuff. Like if I'm not streaming, I'm probably watching somebody do an IRL stream. So the big names on this platform, that don't need any more clout, I'll be watching them just to see what they're getting into and stuff.
Tell us a bit about the IRL streams. What got you into IRL streaming? Because you actually have put a big investment into it. And when we met up, we were doing IRL streams and you were fucking like, you had your gadgets and everything on you. Like you were prepared. And I was like, I have my phone. I think I need to buy headphones. And you're looking at me like, bitch, are you even a streamer? How did you get into
Yeah, no.
IRL streaming?
Well, it's all about, it's like vlogging, but you're doing it live. And I was
Mhm.
really big into YouTube when that first came out, and then watching all these people do their own little vlogs and stuff. I wanted to do that, but I never really just had enough, like, I guess I never had enough passion to just go out and do it. So I just was working normal jobs here and there. And then what got me into creating content in general was getting hit by an SUV and then being forced in a hospital bed for a year. That's how I was looking at different ways to make money from home, what I can do on the internet, stuff like that, just to try to generate an income. And that's when I got into YouTube and I did that for a whole year, editing videos every single day for a whole year, just making $4 off of the revenue. And then I was like, well, that's not for me. But I still had my settlement from getting hit by that car, so I wasn't
Mhm.
really hurting on money, but I was trying to get into it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's when one of my buddies was like, "Hey, why don't you just try streaming instead?" I was like, "I don't know anything about streaming. I just know how to go out and record myself and then edit the video and all that stuff." And then so that's when I looked into Twitch, because I used to watch a whole lot of Justin TV, which
Mhm.
turned into Twitch. And then I watched a lot of Twitch, and then so I finally I gave up on the YouTube dream and just started playing my favorite video game. And people started showing up and giving me money to do it. I blew my mind. I was like, this can't be real.
It blows
But
my
yeah,
mind
no.
all the time when I get like donations or subs or like when people direct sub to me, especially on Kick. Because usually when people direct sub, like on other platforms, it is
Mhm.
to kind of just like segue away from the ads. So you're
Yeah.
basically paying so you don't have to have any ad breaks because ads are annoying. But on
Mhm.
Kick, there are no ads. You make your own ads, your own advertisements, your own sponsorships, et cetera, et cetera. And so the fact that I have an X amount of direct subscribers to me, it blows my mind when I see that because I'm just like, y'all are like, choose like you. There's no real reason to do it except for the fact that you must like me and you're supporting me and you're direct subbing to me. That blows my mind on this platform in particular.
Mhm.
Stop talking to my chat. We're having a conversation between the two of us. You can ignore chat for a second. We will talk to chat at the end of this.
Okay. Sorry,
They're a
chat.
bunch
Bye.
of losers anyway. They picked on me last stream. Just kidding. I love you guys.
Yeah, but I was getting paid for them to pick on you.
You were getting paid for them to pick on me? Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. No. Okay. Last two streams I did, they picked on me because they picked on me when I was streaming with Jake too.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. So what about that? Here
I
goes
don't know.
Dum Dum on a dumb rant. That's kind of crazy, Wes. All right. I will leak our DMs, Wes. Anyway, it's actually kind of so we'll get into about how me and Fluff we actually met in person, but our friendship actually is it's an interest. Oh, okay, all right.
What?
um, our relationship, like how we became friends, is by far one of my favorite stories of how I became friends with somebody.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It was a really good one. So I'm going to start it because I am going to bleep out certain things so you can kind of follow the pace here because I don't,
Oh,
yeah, just a few things, just a few things. A few months back, there was an energy drink company that retweeted that retweeted one of their affiliates' posts. And the post was saying that they had a customer that came in and had was having a panic attack, an anxiety attack, and they gave her a mood boosting drink that calmed her down faster than her medication did. And from a marketing perspective, it was kind of in poor taste to retweet it. Liking it is one thing, but retweeting it insinuates to the people around you that you approve this message, essentially. I wanted to make a comment because somebody in a pink beanie retweeted it and quoted it and went on this fucking satirical rant. And I don't even think that was the right word to use, but we're going to go with it. But went on this rant about it. And I, being, I've grown a lot in these last few months, I decided I was going to go ahead and chime in. And I'm like, well, listen, I don't think it was that, because I don't have anything against the energy company per se, myself. There are things that I don't agree with, but I don't rep the brand, so I don't really have a pot to piss in my view on it. And Fluff knows this. But I originally made a comment to Fluff, and Fluff immediately was like, I really don't give a fuck. You're not going to change my mind. Word for word, I think that's the exact tweet.
I was in a voice chat with Denny as this was going on while he was streaming, and you popped into his chat.
I did.
And I go, oh, look, that's the person on Twitter trying to tell me I'm wrong or whatever.
But see, Denny didn't pick up on that at first, because I remember him saying, oh, yeah, Sin, she's cool people. And then he caught on to what you were saying. And I heard you in the chat. And I was like, who is this dude? He's funny as shit. And you go, I'm the guy you're arguing with on Twitter right now. And I was like, oh, shit, my bad, dog. Whoopsie.
But also at the same time, there was a certain individual who was fighting with that brand.
Oh, yeah, this is the funny part, yeah.
A lot of people don't like. So I had to make myself very clear. I was like, yo, I just need to clear the air a little bit here. I don't support clowns. And that's as soon as okay, all right, he's okay.
That's what did it though. I saw that tweet and I was like, hey, I like you. We should be friends. Hold on, I just realized my camera is off. You guys see this? This is embarrassing. No, it's not. Why is it like this?
Well, I don't know.
Just kidding.
Discord.
Just kidding. So sorry. Anyway.
Different cams?
Well, yes, for you. It's different. Okay. I think it's flipped. But anyway. But yeah, that was the comment. You went ahead and you quoted your tweet and you go, for the record, despite my last tweet, I just want to make it known that I in no way, shape, or form am affiliated with any clowns. Have a good night, Bridget. Thank you so much.
Well, that's not necessarily the case. There's this huge IRL streamer named Relic. He's badass. Mm-hmm. He plays a clown for this haunted house kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's what his day job is. But side gig, he's a streamer.
Oh shit!
Probably the only clown I actually like, but he doesn't call himself a certain clown name.
You support Denny, and I think he's one of the biggest clowns we know. So
yeah, but he doesn't walk around.
That's fair.
With a Snapchat filter.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh. So anyway, but yeah, that's the story how me and Fluff met, and so here we are a few months later. I am going out to North Carolina to go see my brother, and I noticed that Fluff is roughly about 3 hours away from where I'm staying. And I was like, man, I would really love to meet up with you. I was like, but 3 hours one way and 3 hours back is my entire day. I already drove 15 hours out here one way. I got to drive 15 hours back because I'm traveling with 3 kids, and one of them happens to get car sick. So I'm buying stock in Dramamine. That was really fun to figure out on this trip. But I was like, damn, I was like, I love you. I was like, but I really don't want to drive 6 hours today. Mm-hmm. And that's when Fluff was like, why don't we just cut that in half and just do 3 each? We'll meet up, and then we both drive ourselves back home. And I was like, dude, if you're fucking serious, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll do this. I'm like, hell yeah.
It was the universe saying it was meant to be, because literally the halfway point between me and Sin was this little hot dog joint called Wiener Works, and we're always making all sorts of lewd jokes to each other and stuff. So we were like, yeah, we have to meet up at Wiener Works. It's meant to be.
We did. But the funny part about Wiener Works is like, it was such a small fucking area. Yep. It looked so...
That place was sketchy.
It was so sketchy. When I pulled in, though, I told Fluff, I said, do I have the wrong address? Because it just took me to this Japanese restaurant. And later, Fluff was like, you know what's funny is, like, I saw on the review, I was reading the review while on the phone with you of someone saying the exact same thing happened to them.
Yeah, someone literally left them a Yelp review saying, I should have taken this as a sign that the GPS took me to a Japanese restaurant instead. This place was really bad.
Yeah, and so then I pull up next to Fluff, we get our hellos or whatever, and then I'm like, so do you just want to grab, Japanese instead? I was like, because this place is either going to be the best food I've ever had, or it's going to give me the shits for the next 3 days. Mm-hmm. And we opted for the Japanese place. It was tasty, but Wiener Works, small. Did the wiener work? The wiener did not work. So maybe, I don't know, guy. Okay. All right.
What?
Huh? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? But the place was the Japanese place we went to. It was tasty. Like, it tastes good. I feel like they definitely overcooked everything just to make sure.
Can we talk about the mushrooms?
Yeah, want to talk about the fucking mushrooms? They charged me $4 for a plate of mushrooms. At first, I was like, wow, that's a big plate of mushrooms. Only $4? Yeah. And then I looked, and it's they're not even sauteed. They were heated up with some teriyaki sauce on them. Okay? And they were white mushrooms. They weren't even fucking baby Bellas. They were white mushrooms. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's ridiculous. You give me poor people mushrooms.
Dude, North Carolina is that's a crazy state, because I mean, we go into a Japanese restaurant and like every single employee in there was Hispanic, for one. It
were they?
Blew my mind.
I thought they were.
No, they were Hispanic, and then the customers eating there were also all Hispanic too. So I'm like,
except for the construction workers that came in. We had two sets of construction crews come in. One was leaving when we got there, and one was coming in as we were like finishing up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But even the receipt machine and everything was all Spanish. It was all.
Oh my God. I didn't notice that part. It was so wild to me, honestly. It was definitely a wild fucking experience for me, where I was just like, all right, Fluff, where the fuck what did we do here? Like, what is this? Mm-hmm. How was it meeting up with me in person? Was I everything that you see online?
You're a lot shorter in person.
You're a lot taller than I thought.
What? What do you mean? I look short? Do I give short energy?
You give short energy, yeah. What? He said 4'5". That's actually fucking criminal, because I'm 5'2"3/4. Hi, Liz. I'm actually 5'2" 3/4. I'm not 4'5". Fluff is just 7 feet tall.
I'm 6 feet on the dot.
Well, oh, you made that up? Oh, damn. Oh my God, I forgot that was the quote. Oh, Bridget, you're totally fine. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for coming in. Give cuddles to the babies. I understand. Everybody in my community can attest. I am a mother too. 5'1/8" of an inch. That's how tall you are, Liz? Oh, Dilly, I'm sorry. There's both green names. I'm dyslexic as shit. Mm-hmm. See, even Corey says he thought you were short as well.
What?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Hi, Ghosty. I'm 5'2" 3/4. It's actually, if you want to get like really no, Tiny, stop. Unlock me. Thank you.
Tiny, no.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh, if you want to like get really technical, I put my hand down. I talk with my hands. If you talk with your hands, you're gonna be fighting your tiny bot every day.
You should have seen her at the hibachi place. She was sitting there just mouthful of food.
I was hungry. I'm actually 5'2" and 5/8. No, 7/8. I'm like an eighth taller than 3/4. So it's 7/8. I'm 5'2" and 7/8. So anyway.
Fluff wears size 15 shoes and has bare hands. It would be kind of funny if he was short. Yo, we did the hand test.
We did do the hand test. My hand is fucking swallowed by his.
It was fucking hilarious.
And I feel like I have tiny hands, but I have really fat sausage fingers.
Oh.
Yes, I want to be taller so bad that I go that far. Absolutely. Because I'm gonna die on that hill. I'm going to take every fucking inch possible.
Huh?
Okay, that came out wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Can we clip that, please? So anyway, so aside from good for you, all right, Corey. Yes, happy Easter, Bridget. Happy Easter to everybody who's in here too. Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us. What would you say was your favorite part or the biggest shock? No, let's do two separate questions. I'm so sorry. I am a professional, I promise. What would you say was your favorite part about meeting me in person?
You're
thinking too hard on this. That's kind of crazy, and I'm really considering blocking you right now.
What? Blocking me?
Yeah.
When you try to take your camera off of the tripod and it pinched your finger?
Twice?
Twice? Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Screamed in my car. I didn't know what the heck happened.
Yeah, I really...
She was holding her finger. I was like, are you okay? She's like, I don't know. I haven't let go yet.
He goes, are you okay? And I'm holding... I was like, I don't know. He's like, are you bleeding? I was like, I haven't stopped applying pressure. I'm too scared. Oh shit, that was funny actually. That was a good moment.
So she pulls in, almost hits my car.
Okay.
And then we were literally on the phone. I was like, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. And she goes, I almost hit you.
You're being dramatic.
She gets out of her car, runs around the back of my car, and I get out. I'm like, holy shit, you are short.
That is literally the first words that you ever said to me whenever we like officially got out of our vehicles. The first thing out of Fluff's mouth. Wow, you're really short. Thanks. Anyway, what would you say? Jiminy Cricket, my views just dropped up. Are we being view-botted right now? Or like are people really here? I'm sorry. Hello, Kick? Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Not on the front page at all, so that's different. Or not different, like not like I'm on the front page all the time. I'm saying that views like this, it would mean that I'd be on the front page. I'm not, so.
Yo, for the listeners that are listening to this podcast, not live, if you guys do want to come check out and be part of the chat as we're doing these, you should stop by every Sunday for the Sundays with Sin. It's a great time. Highly recommend it. Just wanted to throw that out there for the listeners.
Yeah, I'm going to edit this part out, but I just want you guys to know I really think we're being viewed about it right now. It keeps jumping up in intervals of like 10 to 15.
Oh, for me, it just says 79.
It went from 53 to 79. Now it's at 86. That was all within a minute and 30 seconds of each other.
W kick.
You know, let's just talk about that for a second. You mind if we take a little segue here? There's been a lot of bitching and moaning and complaining on Twitter about like people who are view botting their way into KCIP and how, you know, For starters, KCIP is the Kick Creator Incentive Program. What this is that the platform, Kick, has provided an opportunity for those who meet the requirements to apply for this program to get paid per stream. Meaning the moment you hit go live to the moment you end that live, you get a direct payment in your Stripe account immediately. It is already processing the second you hit end stream or stop streaming. There are people who have been complaining all over the internet because why didn't I get approved? How come they're making so much? None of this makes sense. I have double the viewership. They're, going from an X amount to an X amount in a matter of 3 days, and they're view botting. What are your opinions on the crybabies on the fucking internet right now?
I mean, people are always gonna cry about stuff. But I will say, in their defense, I do know of one person that does viewbot that got in. So I'm not gonna name any names because they don't deserve any clout. But I know for a fact because I mean, he literally one of their viewers, was testing their bot program service on their channel, and blatantly like there's too much proof to say it's not true. So I mean, yeah, there is a tiny bit of fact in their complaints, but most of it is just people being salty little crybabies over something that they probably will never get.
Yeah, I will say there are people who, I mean, you can tell that that they have view botted a certain stream or they've been view botting certain streams. There's one creator who constantly does it, and we just kind of, I don't know, it's why they haven't gotten approved for anything, because they're just doing it all the time. That's why they have so much hatred towards the platform. But let's see, sorry. Hi Shavat, thank you. AI dogging your chat. Yeah, Corey has bots in his chat, but it's like the bots like Kickbot or Kicklit or Botrix. Like he's created his own that are the Neon Intelligence. Like he's created AI. We're definitely being fucking viewbotted right now. I need to message Kick support real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite type of people are the ones that talk shit about Kick all day long, but yet they still use Kick on the daily basis. Like I never understood that.
Yeah.
If you strongly don't like something, just don't take a part of it at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk so much shit about Twitch. It's to the point to where I don't even open that app ever anymore. Like I'm making a point to where I'm so against Twitch. I will never use it, even just to watch people.
So I just messaged Kick staff and I was just like, hey, I'm being viewbotted right now. Like, sorry to message you about it. I'm just trying to live stream my weekly episode and we just noticed it happening. Which sucks because like when this happens, so like we don't get a front page feature, which, I mean, whatever. Front page doesn't really do all too much. It's cool to get noticed every once in a while because you do get some new followers from it or something. You do get a little bit of attention on the front page. It's just a good feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, I messaged Kick staff. It's a nice feeling. Now, overall, in the long run, does it do a lot for you? Not necessarily, because I've been on there a few times and I know that like all it does is spike the viewership a little bit. You know what I mean? But that doesn't help me in the long run, like my end term goals here, if that makes sense. But like for somebody way smaller, it could be a big deal for them. And so Kick is very good. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to type with fingers. It's not working. Can't even see.
How's everybody night going so far? What are you guys getting into? You guys like the
Dude.
poster I made for Sin today? I did it on my iPhone.
All right. They got back to me. They're just like, thanks for reporting it. We'll get it back to like the right people or whatever, which is good. I just thank them because like great staff members. We'll get into that too. Let's backtrack. Where were we? We were talking about. I'll finish the thought process on the view botting and then we'll get back to the KCIP stuff. I apologize. This is what happens when you try to run a fucking podcast with ADHD. It's absolutely tragic. But with the view botting, it's like it hinders us from any of discoverability. So unless you have my direct link and know that I'm live and look for me directly, it won't show me. Like you do get shadow banned whenever you get caught view botting. And unfortunately, the only way to make it fair and make sure that those who are view botting themselves get caught is now everybody suffers from it. So obviously I'm not paying for these views to go up. Somebody's doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to suffer from that though because of assholes.
Yep.
If that makes sense, right? So that's why I get pissed off when view botting happens. Because when somebody's doing it too, it's like, do what the fuck you want on your own channel. It really does not faze me. I don't give a rat's ass. It has nothing to do with my money. It's wrong to do it because you're not being honest with yourself. And then if you get special treatment, like getting into the KCIP, then yeah, it stings a little bit because it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I know people who did that to get verified, and that really stung because I was working my ass off and I got discouraged a few times. What up, Grimy? But in the end, though, my overall feeling on it is just like, I don't care if you view bot your own fucking channel. Like, that's your money. You want to do that, go at it. Whatever, It just, I don't know. But anyway, so continue what you were saying about the view botting and the KCIP.
No, yeah, just people just need something to complain about, honestly. Their life gets pretty boring, so they have to come up with something just to bitch about on the internet.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool seeing oh my god. Corey goes, a cheap hooker would be more fun and equally as risky. Valid point. I don't know. Oh, okay. So anyway, I don't even know how to segue from that. Right on. So viewbot or hooker? Oh, I would go with the hooker. Yeah, 100%. If I was to spend my money on anything, or if I was spending my money, yeah, 179 peak my ass. Oh my god, whoever's doing this to me, like, suck my ass.
With hookers, you're not paying for the sex. What you're doing is you're paying them to leave as soon as I get my nut.
Some people are paying them for the companionship because I know a person who has bought a hooker and spent their birthday with said escort for an X amount of time and had pizza and watched movies at a hotel room. So got a couple nuts in. So, fun fact of the day. Grimy just said it's me. Anyway, I do think that KCIP is it's a cool thing to try and shoot for, because at the end of the day, it's like, even if you're making, like, some streamers put out there throughout the entire month, there was one who just posted, I think it was Panda, just posted he made under $1,000 in the month. That's still a cool thing, because like, you used to put in all those hours and all that effort and got nothing but possibly sub revenue.
Dude, I've literally talked to Denny. I've literally talked to Denny after some of his streams, and it'll be some days he only got like $40 from it. But
yeah,
at the same time, he was like, "That's just $40 for me to hit the go live button." I was like, "Yeah, that's a W. You literally got paid to stream."
Yeah,
Like I don't care what
exactly.
everybody keeps trying to take. Everybody keeps trying to take it and turn it into a dollar per hour thing, but it's not that at all. It's you get paid per stream, uh, compared to whatever happens during that stream. Like I was watching Crazy Ton. He's a huge IRL streamer. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
he's just chilling in Thailand. He's the guy that lives out of his Prius in California, and he got into the first phase of partners on Kick. He's really fun to watch. His chat trolls him all the time. It's a great time. But he was telling everybody the in and outs of the KCIP about how the longer you stream, the more you get paid from it. The more views you have, the more you get paid, and also chat interaction. So if your chat is flooded with just emotes, that's you get way more money added to the KCIP from that as well.
Yeah, but
So
it's
it's
unique.
not just
It's not just the same three people chatting and spamming emotes either. It's the
no
more,
the
yeah.
unique chatters is extra as well, but also how often your chat moves.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many different factors that tie into what gives you money. Everybody keeps just trying to put it at a dollar amount. It's just that it's
Yeah.
just silly. It's not a dollar. You're not like when Kick first came out, everybody was going with that rumor. Oh, they're gonna pay streamers $19 an hour just to stream. Like that, nobody has ever said that ever on
Yeah, I
Kick.
remember when that was a rumor going
Mm-hmm.
around because one of my friends, Crawdaddy Plays over on Twitch, he was one of my first friends and how I got started with it. Excuse me, my allergies are completely bamboozled since all of the traveling. North Carolina is awful for allergies.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was looking at it and saw that I moved over to Kick, he was looking into it, and somebody had spread that rumor that you get paid $19 an hour if you're already a Twitch partner, which he just got. Like you get the check mark, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like the only thing Kick has said was that one, you are going to get paid to stream, and two, if you have a check mark on any other platform, you can get if you have a check mark already on your main streaming platform, we'll give you a check mark here. You can be instantly verified. I know people complained about that too, and they're like, oh, that's not fair for those who are working towards it. And it's like, well, Kick sees it as that they already worked their ass off towards it on a different platform. Why make them work twice as hard for it? We'll just give it to them here. So they can get that instant, that validation of like, hey, we see you have grinded for this elsewhere. You earned it. Get it.
One of my friends was complaining about that it's not fair that Twitch partners automatically get verification on Kick if they come over. I'm like, why is it not fair? I don't get it. They already put in the work. You know, I got my sub button when I first moved over to Kick instantly because I messaged this team. I said, look, I've been on Twitch this amount of years. I've had my sub button since day one on Twitch. You know, they looked up my average views and shit, and they're like, okay, we'll go ahead and give you your sub button without even hitting the 75 followers. They gave it to me right away just because I talked to the Kick staff. I was like, yo, you know, this is where I'm coming from. This is where I currently stand with my viewers.
Yeah.
You know, and so they're like, great, you've already put in that work. Here, go ahead and have a sub button right off the rip. And I was like, yo, Kick is amazing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I think it's really cool how Kick has, like, how I just, messaged Kick staff here. There's a little button on your dashboard. You get, within minutes, you have somebody responding to you. It's no matter the time of day, no matter the day of the week, they're responding to you immediately. And you get immediate help for it.
Holidays. It's crazy.
It's fucking Easter Sunday. They just sent me a GIF. They sent me a GIF when I said, thank you so much for your help. Have a great weekend. They sent me a GIF just now, and it's Michael Scott from The Office doing a bow saying thank you. W fucking Kick, dude.
Me and Captain Cool Whip, we like to do this thing on the weekends where we message them, even if we don't have an issue. We'll send the Kick staff a message through that little help button, and we'll tell them, hey, we just want to say thanks for working on the weekends. We appreciate the support. You guys trying to keep the community safe. Just a little thank you. We don't have to do that. I'm sure they weren't expecting it either, but they still get it every weekend.
I just send them a GIF back of Ted blowing a kiss, going, love you. But yeah, I think it's cool because I feel that as Kick has come out and provided this platform, and most people have been here for a year now, which I actually made my account December 6th of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So I technically have had my account for over a year, but I didn't start streaming until like August of last year on Kick. So I'm not celebrating a year of my membership per se. I'm going to celebrate my anniversary like on my first stream day. But I think people have gotten so used to the things that Kick has offered and the promises they have coming out that they've lost their patience, first of all. They've lost their patience and they're getting irritated, which I can understand in certain aspects of like why there's the API and all that. I get that. I do. Even Andrew is irritated because people keep asking the same question. He's tired of looking stupid by promising us one thing and then having to tell us like go back on it. He's like, oh, just kidding. Like Andrew's tired of it too, I feel like a sense of entitlement has started happening though with a lot of people where it's like the gratefulness and like, just the overall like being happy of having this platform has just gone and went away. And now that's like they're expecting things, they're entitled to things. And it's very like pick me behavior with it. Not everyone is like that, but there are people who are surfacing, especially on Twitter. And believe it or not, I see a lot of what, they call themselves smaller streamers doing this type of stuff. And they're getting like really annoyed with like their lack of growth or whatever. And just kind of like a nasty attitude. What would you say is some advice that you can give to somebody who has like a lower viewer count than you, lower followership count than you? Followership, I don't think that was the word I wanted to go with either. Somebody tell Tubbsy, we'll just jot that down in the cynisms. What would you say? Excuse me. What would you say is some advice that you can give to people who are complaining in a sense like that and coming off as very like pick me behavior or woe is me behavior?
Stop worrying about numbers.
Yeah.
Like, just literally stream to have fun, do what you like to do, and then eventually you'll get your audience or you won't. Like, not everybody's gonna make it. This isn't a participation award.
Yeah.
Literally there's people who are successful for a reason, people who will never be successful for a reason. It's just life. Some people get to make the food, some people get to eat it. That's just the harsh truth. Like, if you're not having a good time, do something different. If you're not seeing growth and you want the growth, do something different or give up. Don't just sit there doing the same thing and keep complaining, because it's annoying and people catch on to it.
I have a follow-up question with that then. I'm gonna hit you with two of them, but I'm gonna hit you with one first. I feel like it's very, very easy to say, don't pay attention to numbers, right? And my guest, let's see, 2 guests ago was amazed, and that's something that he has made a comment about as well, where it's like, we're not focused on numbers, we're focused on impact, right? What I feel like in this world right now where we are with streaming, we all have similar goals. We're all pushing for verification. We're all pushing for KCIP. How would someone go about ignoring their numbers when the goals that we're trying to reach are so number focused?
Do better. I mean, honestly, if you can't ignore the numbers and you're not growing, then you're doing something wrong. It's that simple. Do some research. Watch your VODs. Watch what other people do. Use social media.
Yeah.
Some people think that all they have to do is click the go live button on Kick and they're gonna grow. This is not how that works. Kick's not the most popular platform out there right now. You have to work to get people to come to your streams. Not everybody's just gonna get lucky, get featured, and then boom, thousands of followers. Not gonna happen. People who are way up in the numbers are either already been famous or they have the money to make themselves famous. You're not going to have like my old webcam, $30 webcam. You're not going to sit there with a piece of shit rig computer, whatever, and shit quality streams, and you're going to grow off that. It just won't happen. Get some money, invest into your stream, do better somehow, or I mean, there are people that get extremely lucky, but that's not going to be you. Like whoever's taking this to heart right now, it's not going to be you. Just do better. If you can't ignore the numbers, literally, then just do better. It's that easy.
I think a big thing too that you just mentioned that's really, really important that I don't think people. I think they don't. Trying to think how I'm going to word this. Okay, let's just backtrack. Right, investing in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think when most people think that they are investing in themselves is they're going on a whim, they're spending crazy money on stuff to do giveaways or to buy some random stuff that they don't really need, whereas there are other ways that are more beneficial for you to invest in yourself that are actually investing in yourself, right? For instance, me investing in myself, I started in a really tiny bedroom that we had. Actually, this is about the same size, so I take that back. We're gonna just nick that from the records there. What I will say is that I had a tiny desk that was literally like the size of the gap that I have in my desk right now was the size of my entire desk when I started. I had 2 beat up monitors that did not match each other, and they were some old as shit. Like one's like Lenovo and the other one's like an LG. They're old as shit monitors. I had a Mac Mini. Okay, so not even like a Mac desktop or anything. It's like
I remember the Mac.
The tower of what is a Mac. And I had to download PlayStation Remote Play as an app on my desktop and stream the content from that. Look over to my TV. No, Tiny. Not the time. Not the time.
Tiny!
Unlock me. Thank you. Okay. I almost did it again. The base model Mac Mini. And I had to look over to my side over here to go ahead and watch my TV. It was like a 36-inch or whatever TV plugged up to my PlayStation. I was playing through that. It was I couldn't do a capture card with the at the time because I didn't have the money to do it. When I started making money, though, or I had people donating, they were donating to go towards certain items, so I bought them one by one. And my thing about that is that you can start streaming with the bare minimum, but you can't continue on like that. If you expect to grow, you need to upgrade your stuff to get better quality and thus better content. I had to buy things little by little where I eventually was grateful enough to get a PC.
I will say, though, so before Twitch affiliate was ever a thing, this is how long I've been watching Twitch. There was this PlayStation 4 streamer. He played Minecraft. And he literally, so on PlayStation, you can click the stream to Twitch button from your PlayStation. That's all he had was his headset that he plugged into his controller.
Yeah.
And he just streamed on his PlayStation. And he got to the point where he got Twitch partnered before affiliates was even a thing, and he was still going from his PlayStation. So there's this guy, he had to go to his library, log into Twitch on the library computer to set up his partner benefits and all that stuff. And then go back home and then hit the go live button again from his PlayStation just so he can finally get subs. And that's it. I'm just saying it can happen.
That's crazy. That's dedication, though. Like, if you really believe in yourself and you want to make it somewhere, that's fucking dedication. That is crazy.
So it can happen. People can get lucky out there, or they can put in enough work.
But you gotta think, though, there's still that sense of dedication, though, on his end. You know what I mean? Because anybody else would have been
he also, like, his whole like personality. He made the stream great. I wasn't just watching for shitty PlayStation Minecraft. The dude was fucking hilarious, and he made sure everybody felt welcomed, and it was just a good time. Some people will sit here on Kick with a really shitty setup, a really shitty attitude, playing Call of Duty, thinking that they deserve everything that like Sergeant Jackson has. Or they think they should be up there with all the big wig Call of Duty streamers and stuff. People aren't watching those guys for Call of Duty. People are watching those guys for those guys. And Just nobody seems to understand it. You're not gonna fucking make it with a shitty attitude and a shitty game. It just won't work. Like
That was a hard pill I had to swallow. The only reason why people like me is because I'm the queef queen.
You either grow by producing better content, or you grow by switching your mentality, and it's just no other way. Honestly, you're just gonna stay down there with your 8 viewers, and you're just always gonna be miserable.
Some advice that I was given, actually, and I did a previous. I mentioned it in a few podcast episodes. I've mentioned it in a TikTok that I did. But someone said, and it was Microwave TV. He's with this other stream team on Twitch. And he actually said that if you're sitting there and you're going live for 6, 7, 8 hours to 2 viewers and it hasn't changed, you're not growing. You're not doing anything for yourself, you know? And so the best advice that he gave was, oh, here we go. The view bots are leaving, guys.
Let's go.
The best advice that he gave was that if you're at it 2 hours and your viewership has not changed, post out if you can, rate out if you can, make a connection with a new person or with one of your friends, say hi, hang out for a bit, go hang out in somebody's stream, talk to them. But while you're doing that, before you even get off your computer or your system for the night, take your VOD and clip what you can from it. Get content from what you just did. You just spent 2 hours plus playing a fucking game or talking to the air, whatever you were doing. There's something there that is clippable, whether it's like, just a montage of every shot that you hit for 30 seconds. Yeah. I did a montage of I was going to do a montage of the 100 kill challenge on Fortnite. I gave up on that really fucking quick. Hi, Maze. I love you too. Oh, the view bots are gone, guys. The view bots are gone. Hell yeah. All right. We're back at it. We're back in action. All you beautiful people that stuck by with that. Shit was crazy. I saw that shit climb up so quick and I was just like, something ain't right here.
I mean, honestly, when it comes down to like what you were saying about clipping your VOD or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of it comes down to is there's people, there's small streamers out there, and I hate that word small streamers because if you're gonna label yourself a small streamer, you are what you set yourself out to be. So keep calling yourself a small streamer. That's what you're gonna stay. Like honestly, like I'm literally better than XQC. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Prove me wrong. You can't.
I agree to an extent on the small streamer aspect. Okay, when I make a comment, and I have talked about myself in the past, I said I wasn't a small streamer, but I was a smaller streamer. In reference, when I was like comparing myself, like if I was talking about a more well-known streamer.
Okay, well,
I've never said that I in general was a small streamer though. Okay, that's my only. Cut me off and I'll hurt you. Go ahead.
Here's a hot take.
Sorry.
Instead of you being a smaller streamer, how about you just be a streamer?
Well, someone brought that to my attention, and that's what changed my viewpoint on myself and how I saw others as well. And I was like, I like that better because it's a more positive way to talk about yourself or to talk about others. And yeah, I like it better. So I understood to an extent of why some people reference a small streamer. I understand to an extent. But like you have said, there are better ways to say it. You can just be a streamer, Yeah. So yeah, I do agree with that.
And I've preached about this before on other topics too. People like to go live and they'll write their tweet out as, "Oh, watch me be bad at games." Ha ha ha. Well, nobody wants to watch someone be bad at games. Why don't you say something different? Why don't you say something different about yourself instead of, "Hey, watch me be bad at this game." Like you're literally marketing yourself to be bad. Why? If you're trying to sell me, let's say you sell vacuum cleaners for a living, Sin. You knock on my door and you say, "Hey, you want to buy this bad vacuum cleaner?" Fuck no, I'm shutting the door on you. I don't want to buy a bad vacuum cleaner. Sell me the good one.
That's fucking valid. That's actually...
This is business.
I'm gonna hurt Greg.
Sell yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I think that is a very I think that's a very like a good take on that actually. When you think about it, because if you look at streamers, right, and content creators, in a sense, we are salespeople in a sense. We're selling ourselves, we're selling our content, selling ourselves in a good way. That sounded so bad on Easter Sunday. I apologize. We're selling, like the content that we are providing. And then also a lot of us have affiliations, whether it be with I'm with Midnight Energy, Gamer Advantage, but also I'm with Lurker Squad, right? LS. It's a stream team. And so we're also selling the idea of the affiliations that we have as well. So we are salespeople. And if we're trying to gain traction to us or to our content that we provide, you're right in the verbiage that you use. You have to, like you said, nobody's going to want to come into a stream where it is, all right, somebody ban Corey. But yeah, your verbiage. Yeah, what do you mean by that? Your verbiage is everything. And like you said, if you are putting out something negative like that, oh, the bots are back, guys. If you I just can't fucking win today. Whatever.
Not talk about it.
No, we're going to pretend that I actually have 81 people in here right now because I am hot shit. Jot that down. But you, like, just to tie that up, it's very well put, very well said. You want people to go ahead and come in here, come to your stream, make it enticing, make it where like people want to actually be there, say something funny, or last 3 weeks ago I posted a picture of Jabba the Hutt with a big ass booty and said local moms in your area.
Yo, that was literally a picture of me.
I know, it was good. Thank you for giving that to me. Grimy, should I stop buying you VWATs? No, Grimy, keep them coming. We're almost at 100 actually.
That was a joke.
Yeah, for full disclosure, that was a joke.
But if there's anything that people, small streamers, take from this whole conversation, is just use social media. Like, literally start using hashtags on Twitter.
Yeah.
Don't just post your link, okay? Don't just post your link on Twitter, because Twitter will flag you as spam. If that's all you do every single day is post your kick link, the same link every single day, they will flag you as spam. You will not be put in the algorithm. Say a little something about your stream. Post a GIF or a picture, something related to the stream, or just something funny, something that catches the eye. And then you can say something like, the link is in the comments. Don't say link is in the bio, because now there's this whole porn bot thing going around all over Twitter with the whole link in bio bullshit.
Yes.
Just say link is in the comments. And then after you post a tweet, comment on your own tweet with the link. That way the original tweet won't get thrown in as spam, but people can still find your link of where you're live at. And then if you're going to take any clips from your streams, upload them to TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and possibly even Instagram. I wouldn't really say Facebook, because nobody really uses Facebook anymore.
Facebook is good for getting content out there because there are more people out there than you think. However, if you're thinking about monetary value, Facebook is not the one to go. I literally just did an interview with Tactical Grandma, and she had said that she had a reel that had 2 million views on it. Okay? Yeah. She got paid $120 from Facebook for it.
Yeah.
With TikTok, that would have been a hefty check for that one video. So don't rely on Facebook for monetary value, but don't count it out for outreach, because you'd be surprised how many people you can actually reach on Facebook.
And if you have the check mark on Twitter, like if you pay for that, upload the same short to your Twitter account too, just as a post. You don't even have to crop out. Listen, you don't even have to crop out the little TikTok watermark at the end of your TikTok video. Nobody cares. Nobody actually cares about that watermark, because chances are 90% of people that watch your little video aren't even going to get that far through the video. So you can literally just take your TikToks, upload them straight to Twitter. If you hit a certain amount of numbers on Twitter, you will get paid for your posts and stuff. So just literally post everywhere.
Yeah.
And try to funnel them all to your Kick stream. Because Like I started doing these nighttime TikTok streams, and there's this new meta going around because of Queso. He's this really big, but also viewer wise, really big streamer. And his whole shtick is if you call me fat, you get banned. So what I do on TikTok is I literally put a text on my screen. It says "fat jokes equal ban." And dude, the other night I was literally sitting 300 viewers in my TikTok stream. They were all giving me the best fat jokes in the world. Somebody said I could sell shade. Somebody called me Robert Brownie Jr. Somebody asked me if I was in a fitness protection program. I've had the most fucking fun doing these TikTok streams while they're roasting me, and people, and what they do is they originally click on the stream because they see that, oh, if you say a fat joke, you're gonna get banned. Well, watch, I'm about to go get banned real quick, and they'll come in there and they'll make me laugh, and then they stick around. I've had almost 1,000 new followers in 2 streams on TikTok, and then from that I've gained like 20 new followers on Kick because they created Kick accounts just to come over. It's been hilarious. The most fun I've ever had in streaming was just doing these stupid little TikTok streams, and I'm actually getting people to come over to Kick too. It just feels good. It just feels really good.
I'm so sorry. I got beside myself for a second. I apologize for that.
It was the Robert Brownie Jr., huh?
Followed up with the fitness protection program.
Yeah. Dude, the you could sell shade comment is what sent me. Like, just walk up to people on the beach, charge them money. You know what I'm saying? Gainy pounds, gainy followers. Okay, Greg. If she can't breathe, chat.
I just turned like 50 shades of cherry tomato. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for laughing at your expense. Holy shit, it's getting so hot in here right now.
Dude,
Somebody call Nelly.
So I'm getting a little bit of like imposter syndrome too at the same time, because there's people popping up all over TikTok now.
Yeah.
Where they have screenshot my face on my live and turned it into their profile picture. Like, and I don't feel like it's like, I'm not an influencer like that where people are standing you and stuff. So I don't understand like why they're doing it.
But that's kind of like the first step.
It feels good though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
because I've always promoted that I'm not a content creator.
Yeah,
I'm just a homie hangout. That's always been my vibe. I never want to go out there and be like, yo, like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, do this, do that. I've never liked that vibe of content creators. I just want to do what I'm doing, living life. People want to hang out while I'm living life, then that's cool. People want to give me money, that's even cooler. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little 5-packer. You know what I'm saying? Just every now and then. But yeah, no, it's a little bit like imposter syndrome when I see people popping up with my face as their profile picture.
I would know what I'm saying. Yeah, know what I'm saying. Also, hi Cap. I didn't say hi to you. Sorry. In relevance to some of like the really good advice actually you've been giving to people, there was one advice that you gave to a fellow associate of ours that I actually took to heart. And it was, someone had said how they were trying to go ahead and get an affiliateship or a partnership, or they're reaching out to companies, or they got a rejection, or they weren't getting an answer. And you had said to them, do me a favor and go look at your main social media platform, which happens to be X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me, 1 second. You had said to them, if you go and you look on your Twitter, all you are seeing is repost,
everybody else's
content but your own. So when they go and they look, they're like, well, who are we supposed to be working with here? You or the 15 other people that you just posted?
Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to name drop,
no.
But I told him straight up, I was like, look, man, when I go to your own Twitter account, I see nothing with your name. It's just nonstop repost, everybody else but you. Where's you? like sell yourself to me a little bit on. If you're coming to me trying to get an affiliate with my company, and I'm like, oh well, I want to go check this guy out, see if that's something I want to sponsor, and I don't see anything about you. Who am I sponsoring? So
Yeah.
So literally, like, look, liking people's tweets is good enough support. You don't have to repost everything. You don't
No,
have to.
there are
Every now and then,
definitely
yeah, it's great.
posts that I will go ahead and I will retweet or I'll quote tweet it. When my friends are doing something like a really big stream come up they're promoting, or like for Denny when he has a certain like artwork that he's really proud of, because he doesn't ask us to retweet every single one.
Yeah.
There are like I will retweet stuff for people, or like how Cap just had celebrating the 5-year anniversary all weekend. That was a big thing. I think I retweeted the Seven Kevin's Discord. Like we're not saying to not retweet your friends, not support. We're not saying any of that. What we are saying is that just as much as you are supporting your friends, support yourself too. You can still support your friends and yourself equally just as much, or support yourself a little bit more. It's okay. It doesn't make you any less of a friend for doing that. We all have the same ambitions here, or the same similar goals. You know what I mean? Like, not all of us are on the exact same journey, but we all have similar journeys. It is completely okay to support your friends, but support yourself more too. Like, there's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there. And I did that recently. And I actually wasn't going to say anything about it, because I made a tweet and I deleted the tweet about it, because I was kind of, sometimes I'll say things and like I know that I'm in the right for saying it, or that there's no harm in me saying it, but then I'm like, you know what, I really just don't feel like having this on my page, and I'll delete it.
Yeah,
but
you should see my drafts.
I have one sitting in my draft for a couple days now, actually, when people started releasing their KCIP payouts, and I just decided to post it earlier today. A few hours ago I did. But Eddie had made a post about Eddie had made a post about gifting subs, and I saw everybody was kind of posting themselves, and I didn't think there was anything wrong with that, but I was like, well, I've never put myself out there like that. So I have two posts on, I have two comments on this thread. If you go searching for my replies on it, you'll see both my comments. The first one I did, I posted a friend's link. I posted Cap's link because it's his 5-year anniversary this weekend. That's when the tweet came out. I posted Cap's link. But then
I literally posted me and Cap, because we're trying to get the dream hat.
And
So
then
if anybody listening, sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead, promote yourself.
Does want to help us get the dream hack and watch the streams that we're gonna do there, you can hit up me or Captain Cool Whip with any type of gifted subs or whatever. It's all going. Everything we make in April is going towards DreamHack. So I just want to plug that a little bit.
I think I'm gonna do mine as my. I don't know if I'm gonna promote it this month, because I am trying to go to DreamHack, but I have a big thing coming up with Midwest Fest that I haven't announced yet. That's where my primary focus is going to be.
Yeah.
I am invited to both events as a creator, but Midwest Fest has been that has been my real goal, because I like the style. I like what Midwest Fest has been about and what they've been promoting. And he's like the HBIC, his name's Adrian. He has been messaging me. We've been talking. I'm trying to like speak around it. But there's some stuff coming out, and my main focus is there, and it's a big move for me. It's a big move for the brand that I've made. It's a big move for my community, for everybody in here that supported me, even you who supported me. It's a big fucking deal. And so I would like to go to both DreamHack and Midwest Fest, because it'd be really cool to have at least 3. I think Greg's gonna be there, so 4 LS members at DreamHack. That'd be a cool thing to do. We can wear like LS shirts and stuff. But if I can't get both to happen, and I have to choose between the two, it's gonna be Midwest Fest. Unfortunately for you guys, I apologize, but we'll see. You never know. We got some time to do stuff. I had a train of thought, and I'm going to use my brother Jacob's phrase right now. The train has left the tracks. We took a detour. I'm not really sure where it went just now. I really don't know where that went. If you do !Puff, Puff in the chat, thank you, Jordan. You use that link directly and use my code. That way it'll track it. We had a whole new system go through while I was on vacation. But yeah. What were we talking about right before that, Fluff? God, I'm gonna have so much editing to do on this later.
Yeah, you are.
Oh shit. I'm completely sober too. It was, well, I mean, I had my glass of wine, but that doesn't do much. I appreciate it. Thank you. What the fuck? DreamHack, but right before DreamHack, we were talking about something because you paused me to fucking self promo on my stream.
Oh yeah, you commented on the post of Eddie's.
Oh, so back to like the it's okay to promote yourself too. I came back to that post like a couple hours later, and I then went ahead and put I quote tweeted it and said, you know, hey Eddie, let me just do this too so we can clip this part. But I said, I will never turn down subs because I'm a streamer and that's my income and it's always appreciated, never expected. I'm never going to turn down subs. It'd be dope as shit to have Eddie come into my channel and give me subs. Be the first time ever. Be like sick as hell. But what I really would love is I would love to get the opportunity to have Eddie on an episode of Sundays with Sin. And we've had so many people comment and retweet and like it and quote tweet it. And so it's not the first time that I said that to Eddie. And so everybody knows that, like, come on, let's, so really I just want to send a message out to Eddie and be like, what do I got to do? You name it and I'll make it happen. But I need Eddie on an episode of Sundays with Sin. And so I quote tweeted it and then I went and I commented in it and I commented the same thing. I said, I'm gonna put myself out there because I felt guilty almost for putting myself and putting my own link down. But I was like, why would you feel guilty? This is holy fucking view bots, dog. Like, what? Whoever's doing this to me, I really hope you get some bitches. Like, I hope you do. I beg you. Get some bitches. I beg you. But yeah, I did. I felt guilty for trying to put myself out there after I had just put a homie's link out there, And then I was like, why feel guilty? This is your brand. This is your content. This is what you do. If it happens, that's food for your kids. That's paying for a trip to go take your podcast somewhere. So I had to look at it from a different lens. And I was like, stop feeling guilty for wanting things to happen to you. Stop feeling guilty for wanting good things to happen. It's okay. It's okay. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow. It really was.
Nothing's hard for me to swallow.
We know you're a whore. God damn it, Tiny.
Oh, there you go.
It worked. All right. Anyway.
I just want to give a special shout out for Queen of Hearts for hitting level 2. That's the same level as Boofin and Captain Cool Whip stream.
Hey, what's up, wee wee? Even your Tiny's a dum dum. It is a dum dum. We call level. I think you guys call level 2 Boofin's level, right? That's a Boofin level. In relevance to Toast's comment too, why throw this money at bots instead of going out and enjoying strip club or something? Oh yeah, they probably banned from them. I don't know, man. Like, I just fucking instead of paying for bots, like, donate some subs. I'm moving in 2 weeks. Like, help a bitch out or something. Like, why pay for the bots? If you want to support me, just throw me a 5 bomb or something, man. Like, fucking hell. Weston chat, I'm hard. We're all hard right now. Just so you know, Grimy, you're not special. We all have a major boner.
Huh?
What? Sorry. Anyway, there's another question I had for you too. What would you say is one of your favorite memories or most proud memories since you started streaming?
Oh boy. Well, I mean, I have a memory that's I'm not so proud of, but it's still one of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
Is
Please share.
I used to be on Twitch. I used to be part of a stream team called the Tapman Army, which is Tim the Tapman's stream team.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was just sitting there with my happy little 20 viewers playing RuneScape, and then next thing you know, I get this message come up saying that you're being rated by Tim the Tapman with 26,000 viewers, and I freaked the fuck out. Almost peed myself. I ran to go. Well, I didn't run. I wheeled my chair over to go get my penguin, because I have the same plush penguin that Tim the Tapman has over
Isn't
next
it
to my
Kevin?
bed. Yep.
Yeah,
Kevin the penguin.
Kevin the penguin.
Mm-hmm. And then I, because I was still in my wheelchair at the time, I wheeled myself back, and I was just like, "Look, I'm your biggest fucking fan." And even at one point, my Twitch name was Fluff the Fat Man. I was hardcore. Like Tim was my idol for a long time.
This is so
but then
embarrassing.
they all left in like 7 minutes. It was they all left. But still, it's still one of my favorite moments.
Hey, you know what?
But
They were there for at least 30 seconds. It counts.
Yep.
At least that's what every man's ever told me. So
that also kind of ties into like not everybody's gonna get lucky. Like if let's say Ice Poseidon hosts a small IRL streamer, right? They could all just fucking leave. Like you're not just gonna somebody big hosting you isn't gonna make you famous either. Like, they can literally just fucking leave.
My buddy actually got hosted by Nick Merckx a few weeks ago. His name is Austin Aced. He's I don't think it's Navy. Maybe it is Navy. He's a vet, dad, husband, really good friend. He started streaming on Kick. We played Fortnite back in my early days of on Kick. We would play a lot. And then our schedules just conflicted a lot. But he is one of Nick Merckx's like biggest fans. He actually got hosted by Nick Merckx with like over 6,000 viewers, and they were going crazy. And Nick Merckx gifted him a Hunter Bomb, and I didn't realize that at the time because when I saw his stream up, he had like 200 plus people, like what I have, right now, but he had like nobody talking in his chat, and I was like,
the lurkers, because.
So at first,
believe it or not, lurkers are a big thing in the streaming world, and a lot of people like to hate on them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, okay, all right, GG's, buddy. There you go. Enjoy that. Enjoy the gulag, because that's false. So anyway, what? So back to our previously scheduled message. He so at least like I looked at it and I was like fucking the same like type viewership like right now. The train left the tracks. I was sitting there and I was like, are you being fucking botted right now? But I didn't say anything. I like peeped for a bit. And then I just said hi to him or whatever, said how things were going, waiting to see if like somebody else would comment and chat. Only one other person did. He tweeted about it the next day though. He was putting together the clip from Nick's channel of him getting ready to host Austin, and then the clip from Austin's channel to like put 2 and 2 together, basically to post about it and say like how happy he was. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Basically like 100, 200 people were like left over and they were lurking and they helped like his viewership and shit like that. And so that was pretty cool. He got like hundreds of follows, got gifted subs. But initially I was like, I really thought that one of my friends who's like very, very honest was view botting, and it caught me off guard for a second because I was just like, there's no way that you're doing this. And then I felt bad that I even thought he did it. And I was just like, I'm a horrible person. But you bring up a good point. I think and we can start wrapping this up too if you want to. But I really did want the last thing I really, really want to touch base on was you mentioned about the lurkers. people do not realize how important the lurkers are in your stream. You don't have to chat in somebody's stream all the time. Just pulling up that viewership helps, because viewership count is one of the metrics that we do have to meet, and these goals that we're trying to reach with verification. Affiliation wasn't one of them for Kick, but verification and KCIP. And then if you're on other platforms like the Purple app, viewership is really important to even reach affiliate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so you actually created the stream team that you so graciously invited me to be a part of. The logo is right up. Let me get my angles here right. There, up. Fluff, point up in the corner.
Which corner?
That one right there. Perfect. That's the logo right there. You created this community called the Lurker Squad. Tell me a bit about the Lurker Squad.
Well, it's basically a community / stream team that is just streamers that want to support each other, network, find new friends, people to play games with, or just find new streamers to watch. It all started because I get very obsessed with things that I read on Twitter from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen this streamer came out and straight up said that lurking is fake support, and that if you're not going to talk on my channel, you better not ever show up, and all this, just a whole bunch of nonsense. So I hit up Denny because I wanted to make a stream team anyways, because there was no stream teams on Kick at all, and I used to be a part of a bunch of them on Twitch, like the Tapman Army and whatever else. And so I hit up Denny. I was like, yo, like, look at this tweet. These guys are full of shit. I was like, what if we make our stream team focused around lurkers? Like, just throw it in the name, whatever. We are proud that we can, lurk on people's streams, or have people lurk on ours while they go live their everyday life. Because I'm not trying to force people to stay here and be interactive for fucking hours and hours and hours when we're all grown ass adults. We have lives to live and all this other stuff. Then he was like, yo, that's a W idea. I'll, come up with a name. I'll come up with some artwork. And so we did it. And then I already had like 10 regular people would come into my streams every single day, be like, yo, I'm throwing up a lurk for you while I take my daughter to school. Or I got your tab open while I'm working, or whatever else. Then you got the bad eggs that are just like, hey, I'm lurking while I'm streaming, whatever. So I just invited a whole bunch of people to it, like, yo, let's get the name out there. Let's try to just help each other win. Like, we all have similar goals. Why not try to help each other win? Whether it's we're making friends that we can have long-term relationships with in the streaming world, or just have somebody else up, on another monitor while we do our own thing. And so we did that. And I started inviting people, and then it started. Just now we got over 100 members, close to 200, I think. But it's been pretty great. We are not follow for follow, and we're not necessarily support for support. We're just one big networking hub, and our main goal is you get out of it what you put into it. So if you want to use Lurker Squad as just a link dump for when you go live, then don't expect to get the support back. Like, go out there, meet the other people that post that they're going live, make friends, make connections. We have events almost every week. We have them at least once a month. And it's a good way just to make new friends. And
we're trying to get more in there too. We're working on getting some more.
Yeah. Sin is going to be taking over the Lurker Squad Twitter account to make that more active in the interwebs scene of things.
Yes.
Greg runs the YouTube and the TikTok, I do believe. On Fire and Wildcrofty created the website. They are web devs, so they do everything when it comes to the websites. We got a pretty good stream team going. We all like streaming with each other, or just hanging out with each other. Eventually I want to get to the point to where if somebody has a goal they want to hit, we can all pull up and help them hit that goal. We can't promise success for anybody either, but we can promise you support to get to your success. Once you get to your goal, like, the rest is on you, honestly. Like, we help people, me and Captain Cool Whip, we help people get affiliated all the fucking time. and that's not going to
You
promise
just helped
you're going to
someone,
get subs.
actually. We just helped a couple people, but our most recent one you guys helped was Dilly Pickles, who's here in chat, if I'm not mistaken. Dilly just got affiliated too, and that was with help from Lurker Squad, especially, Cap and
Terry's next.
Terry's next for affiliation.
We need a couple. Yeah, we need a couple people to go give Terry a follow.
We also, I just pinned my brother-in-law David's channel. David just got his fuck off. David just got his first PC set up. I went to go see it when I was in North Carolina. I got to see his setup and everything. And David is going to start streaming, and he was going to go on Twitch, but I told him, I was like, come over to Kick first. Oh, wait, is it 404 message? What are you talking about? What?
Oh, you got to do dashes instead of underscores in the link.
Oh, really?
If it comes up as a 404.
Oh, you don't have to. How is it? Okay, hold on, let's do the link real quick before I'm fucking stupid
So
here.
it would be David-S-V-2025.
Okay, hold on.
David, we gotta work on that name. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're gonna change your name. We're going to, but for right now, it's what it is.
If you guys literally could give Terry a follow, it's Pterri. Terry's gonna be doing their first stream, and I do believe me and Cap are gonna do some streams for Terry, as well, just to try to get the because there's X amount of hours you need to stream to get affiliate as well. But Terry has always given a lot of her time being a co-host for Captain Cool Whip, so now we're trying to venture out a little bit into getting her to stream as well. I think would be huge to show. Terry now has 75. See, there we go. Yeah, just like that.
I think I did this right.
Yep.
Is that right?
David SV 2025. Yep.
Yeah, we got Terry's and we got David's. Yep. Perfect.
Concept of what Terry did on Caps made me love Captain's stream. I was really engaged to both. Yeah.
Yes, Terry's on with the accent.
But yeah, so basically, yeah, Lurker Squad's not a place where we promise you success, but we can give you a bunch of support.
The other common misconception too that people say is they consider someone made a comment about how our community is a follow for follow type scheme. It's not though. We go to follow, right?
I actively encourage people to spend time. Like if somebody were to join Lurker Squad tonight and they post that they're going live, I'm going to go in there and watch them for a little bit before I hit the follow button. Or if I go in and hit the follow button and then I end up not liking them, I will unfollow. I am not afraid of that at all.
Yeah.
If I don't mesh with somebody and I just don't vibe with them, then I won't be around. And
but we give the chance. We give the opportunity.
Yeah. And there's literally nothing wrong with that in the streaming world. Like if you're not vibing with someone, you just don't vibe with them. Don't create hate or drama.
Yeah.
Just don't vibe with them. It's so easy to not watch a stream as it is to watch a stream.
Yeah, exactly. That was solid. But yeah, so for those who are interested, you can do !Lurker Squad in the chat. It's an invite to the Discord. You're more welcome to join it, be a part of the community, come hang out with us. Make sure you go in. When you click the link and you join, you have to follow the verification in order to see the rest of the Discord. Anybody can join the Discord. You don't have to be a stream team member to be on it. But when you go in and you go through the verification, make sure you go into the channel called Introduce Yourself and post a selfie and tell us a bit about who you are, whether you're a viewer, a lurker, a streamer, if you just post long form content, whatever it is. Tell us a bit about yourself.
It doesn't even have to be Kick either. We have some people in Lurker Squad that stream on Twitch. You can also post when you stream on TikTok.
Yeah.
If you have TikTok videos you want to upload to showcase with other people too, do it. Like it's not just this place is only for Kick streamers when they stream on Kick. Like we're just a bunch of content creators that want to meet other content creators, make new friends, all that stuff. There will be no follow for follow. And another thing with Lurker Squad is you will never see a staff member or a stream team member tag at everyone and try to funnel you into our streams. Everybody is equal. The only difference between community members and the stream team members is the stream team members has some perks like being on the website and some other stuff we have that are to be announced. Just a little, give a little goal of incentive why you should want to be part of the stream team eventually.
Yeah. It's actually it's a very, very fun stream team. I'm very, very excited to help use my crafts of social. Like, I have a degree in social media marketing, business management. I'm a business owner. It's nice to be able to use not just for myself and my streams, because I've been slacking on content. I've had a lot of shit going on. I promise you I'm gonna catch up one day, just not right this second. But it's nice to be able to give back to what you guys have built here and try to put something else into it other than just going live and helping out with the social media as well. So I will get some new commands. I will get another command going ahead and promoting, the LS Twitter as well. If you're not following Lurker Squad on Twitter, it's literally just Lurker Squad. And go ahead and give us a follow. I mean, shit, I'll follow everybody back. I don't care.
That's follow for follow.
Oh, my bad. What did I say? No, just kidding. But yeah, so someone did ask, I did want to go ahead and just read one question that was here in the chat, if you don't mind. They said they have a hard time with getting the courage or the confidence to actually hit the go live button. What is some advice that you can give to someone who is just starting streaming or interested in streaming?
I love these questions because
I know you do.
I see all the time people talk about anxiety or how hard it is to hit the go live button. And in the most respectful way, just grow up. I'm just kidding. Don't, for real. Listen. People on the internet are people on the internet. You will never possibly see these people ever in real life.
Unless you purposely try to meet up with them.
Yeah, I'm very socially awkward in person.
Yes, you are.
But streaming has helped me be very, very out there. Very, very out there.
Yeah.
Like, I get drunk in Lurker Squad events and I show everybody my titties just because
I do too, but I'm not live when that happens. I have to make sure that we're not like actually streaming.
What?
Anyway, what?
But yeah, no, just think of it as like practice or exercise if you need that courage to hit the go live button.
I will say, in relevance to that though, there are so many people that have said that streaming has helped them overcome those things, overcome those fears or the social anxiety or the awkwardness or whatever the case is, or not being talkative or just being like I guess socially awkward just really sums all that up in a nutshell. They said that streaming has helped them with that. So the advice that I could give, just hit that go live. Hit that go live. If you see trolls, entertain the trolls. Now, if they get racist or homophobic or sexist or hateful downright to someone in your community, immediately ban them. But the rest of the trolls, entertain them. Sometimes they might be just having a bad day or their jokes are just coming off the wrong way. Sometimes trolls can be cool. Occasionally. Oh, we lost a follower.
Sometimes they just need a little bit of attention too. This is something that Captain Cool Whip does with his trolls. Is he will just talk to him straight up, ask, why are you being like this? What's actually affecting you? What's going on in your life? Like one of his trolls, I think his name was like William or something. He came in there talking so much shit, and now he's one of the core community members that everybody gets excited to see when he pops in. Because sometimes trolls just need that little bit of love, honestly.
Sorry, I need to comment in chat real quick. As a viewer, chatting has helped me improve my social anxiety. Just vibing has helped without even going live. Yeah, I mean, that's streaming has helped me come out of my shell and has helped me really just embrace the things about me that people don't like. For instance, some people say I can be kind of mean. And to that, I just say, I don't care. No, just kidding. I genuinely, unless I am saying in all seriousness, unless I start the sentence with that, I'm not fucking serious. Ever. I'm not. So if it sounds like it's like kind of mean, you're not really sure if I'm joking or not, I guarantee you I'm joking.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you gotta remember she's very short in person, so
yeah, I
a lot of
overcompensate.
anger, a lot of
Yeah,
anger in a
a
little
lot of
body.
anger. Yeah. All right. Anyway, well, this has been a very what the fuck? My bio mom texted me. Interesting. Well, Fluff, where can we find you on your other social media platforms?
Everywhere else is at Fluffifer. But Kick is just Fluff.
Flufftoper is FLUFFTOPHER.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kick is Fluff, FLUFF.
Yep.
Are there any did you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me or my community that you would like to get off your chest or ask?
Where do you see yourself in 3 years of streaming?
3 years of streaming?
Yep. 3 years from now. Like, where do you see yourself in the stream world?
Well, okay. I am going to actually have an offsite area for my podcast specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in 3 to 5 years, probably more towards the 5-year mark, I am probably going to be only live streaming podcast episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the next year, like within like from now and a year from now, like this whole time, we're going to be starting to integrate where the days I don't have podcast segments, because I now have Wellness Check Wednesday and I have Sundays with Sin. Wellness Check Wednesday will be posted on YouTube. Sundays with Sin is on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But on the days that I also have ADHD Standard Time coming with Cap, we need to schedule our first episode because our first one got rescheduled. And then we both got busy and I was traveling. So we're trying to schedule our first official episode. The deal with that is that there's no set day and time. It's whenever we feel like it because we run on ADHD Standard Time. I'm really excited for that one. I'm actually completely fucking stoked for that one. However, on the days I don't have a segment, I will be kind of moving away from gaming and I'm going to be doing more of video editing because I'm going to be posting more long form content also on YouTube on top of the Wellness Check Wednesday videos that are going to be posted on there. We're going to start recording our adventures and our hikes that we go on with our kids and stuff. So this next year, I'll be really focusing on building up my YouTube.
Well, if you
go ahead.
You want to, somebody was in your chat earlier named Heckle Stillskin. She does video editing for some pretty big streamers out there like Cartoon Live and whatnot.
I'm very, very interested in getting some help with that, Heckle.
You should definitely check her out sometime.
Yeah.
And just I think you guys would get along pretty well.
Heckle, shoot me a DM. Slide in my DMs.
There she is. Too.
Yes, there you go. Seriously,
the only downfall about Heckle is Heckle and Greg met up IRL, and I seen a picture of them locking toes together.
That was Heckle?
Yeah.
Oh, Heckle,
so
honey.
You gotta think about it. You gotta think Greg's feet touched her. So.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna rescind that invitation. I don't know. Maybe. I might be able to forgive you. I don't know. Me and Greg have a very strong love-hate relationship, a big emphasis on the hate, not so much the love. I find Greg utterly anyway.
All right.
So
justice for Greg, honestly.
No, sorry. It was the most amazing moment of my life, and I have no regrets. You say that until me and you lock toes, and then you'd be like, Greg, who?
Dude, I'm just trying
you
to
mean
find
George
someone I can
Lopez?
lock teeth with. You know, somebody's missing the opposite side tooth, and we can just like interlock teeth. You know what? What did I do?
Okay. So with that being said, we got hit with bots again. So normally I would ask, I didn't even finish what I was saying. 5 years though, I hope I'm still streaming because I do like streaming in general, but I do definitely see it teetering down a bit. Or being more so about the editing aspect and live streaming the podcast episodes, because we've me and my team of mods, we have found my niche, we have found what I'm good at, what I enjoy doing, what everybody enjoys seeing from me. So it's really hard to say. I probably will still do, streaming of the video editing if that goes well for us here in the next few months. But the goal that I have in the next, I don't know, it's hard to put time on it. I'm going to have an offsite area, and eventually the goal will be when I have certain guests that we can kind of pull together as a community, like sub goals that we'll have to fly out my guests actually and do more IRL podcast episodes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so that's gonna be one of the goals that we have, is we'll start having a sub goal, and I'll be like setting up, with people to come out and like fly them out, and have them come hang out in my little podcast room. I'll fly out so fast. Yeah, I'm never inviting you back on my podcast. Just kidding. Sorry. I'm getting too mean, guys. I think it's time for me to go to bed. You're on the no-fly list. I believe that, actually. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of
Hell yeah.
This week's episode of Sundays with Sin.